Friends, let me show you how I was able to use 500 US dollar to get 1,784 and still counting. As this video will be going on, you will see with me what I have here. Right here is this, and this has become this. So all this is what you have presently now. So I'm going to show you how I was able to achieve this. So if you're watching my video right now, if you're watching my video right now, now, this video is practically for you. If you are struggling on how you can be able to make this forex to become a reality, this business is for you, and this particular strategy is exactly what you need. To be honest with you, it may not be easy for you, but when you follow instructions, when you are properly guided, when you have the strategies that you need, it's going to be a surprise to you. And believe me, you will not regret a bit of it, because this strategy works like magic. So this strategy I'm about to show you is a kind of strategy that works with price action. In fact, in this video, I'm going to open you up to boom and crash price action secret. Remember what I told you earlier? When we started, what did you see? This video was, this price was what? 1,007. Now it is 1,008. What did you see here? It has stepped into 2,008, 2004 something. And is still counting, and it will continue to count. It will continue to count. When you have a big lot size, some will say, but you are using, when you have a big lot size and you are sure of the market you're about to enter, you can use any lot size, and as much as you are sure of what you are doing with the market. All right, so let me show you how you can do this. Please listen to this advice before we proceed. If you are new in forex trading and you don't want to be losing your money anymore, please, when you watch videos like this that motivate you, that show you $2,000, $1,800, and the rest of them, when you see things like this, don't be in a hurry. Let me show you. At first, I once placed this. Like I always tell my students, whenever you are placing trade, always be careful. At first, I placed this. Let me show you from this chart. When I place this in boom 1,000, it's not when I place this in boom 1,000. At first, it was not easy for me because I nearly lost everything here. So when I placed this thing, the market going against me, So the market started going against me, which was not part of what I bargained for. So when the market started going against me, right here, I placed 2 positions and the market was moving smoothly. But when it started spiking, because I followed based on this price action, support and resistance indicators. So when I placed this trade, it was not as easy as it's supposed to be. But while it was going, when I started making the profit, I stepped in and added this one. This time, for me not to interrupt the progress I've made here, so I have to reduce the lot size. If you watch here, I have $1, but this I have to remove 20 cents from this one to be able to place trade right here. So when this progress started coming, I was careful enough that I traded with the profit I've made from this one. Then I was using it to host this one. Not lucky enough, based on the strategies that I have and the knowledge I have towards this, I was able to keep this market till now. Then you may ask me, what are you waiting for? Why not close this trade? I will close this trade on a condition if this did not pull back as supposed. Let me show you this. If this thing did not pull back as it's supposed to be, this one here, if it didn't pull back because my target is here or this place, so I still have days left for that thing, because from what I have here, this one have not even started making a move to pull back, because this is where it's supposed to touch. So from the higher time frame, I still have a convincing move. So I'm not panicking because of what I am seeing from this angle. Why? Because I still have enough strength that can push the market back. So why people why people are so frustrated in the market, even when the market is in consolidation, is that when you place a trade at the first beginning and you started making errors, it will be too difficult for you to bounce back. Like what we have here. I just placed a trade. I just took one trade. Like presently now, is trying to pull back. A lot of people will try to place trade here, but when you watch what I'm doing, I have things here. Then I have this one too. So as this thing was going, I was not panicking, because it's either it will touch here, then, or it will pull back. And as it is coming close to this place, the next place I'm expecting it to drop is somewhere here. So think of what will happen to a market that you place a trade is something like crash 300, and the market started dropping, and you receive a spike, multiple spike, that will keep you in touch till this length. You know what it means. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to drop straight to this point. No, it will come and be going like this. But the most important thing that is finally is going to rest at this point. When that happened, I will now decide whether to hold it again ahead of where else the market may be, which is somewhere here, around this place. So these are the key zones. So this strategy you are watching right away is a market that is orchestrated, or we framed it market with price action and support zone, then using these little strategies, indicators you have on the screen, to identify the success. So it's not as hard as anybody can think. So why am I talking all this? Why? All this why is for you as a new trader not to be deceived when you see things like this. These things is for, it calls for careful analysis. Why am I saying this? Because some of us are too careless in placing trade, that once you see some traders that have monitored their trade for days or for some weeks, you go and be trying it with your $5, $10, $20, and if you're not careful enough, you flushed out everything you have labored for, then thinking that you watched the video on YouTube. So I'm saying this in respect to everyone who is new trader and who have not been able to know what the technical analysis and fundamental analysis is. So if you don't know all those things, please don't fall victim of rushing to be trading like GDFX to make profit like you are seeing here. You can step a little low and be taking your journey into 0.02, and you don't place more than 1 or 2 positions, so that when the market goes against you, you will still be in the market. Remember my rules. My rules is that capital first before profit. You must protect your capital. Everyone under my mentorship is aware of this, that your strength is your capital. So once you protect your capital, you have the ability to stay in the market no matter what. So what you are seeing here is not a mirage. What you're seeing here is not impossible. It is possible. It is possible. So how do we achieve this? Let's dive into this. Please, I want to beg you for one thing. Please subscribe to our channel. That is the only thing I require from you. Please subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe to our channel. And if I still have a kind of free space where we'll give signals, but not always. We'll give free signals when we have chance for that, because we are too engaged when we have chance for that. And very soon, one or two of my students from the mentorship class I will authorize them to be dropping signals, because I'm going to make one of them I will make one of them my admin in that place, so that they will show you what you have been doing and what you have been learning. So if you are not in a mentorship group, if you are not in a mentorship scheme program, I wonder what you are doing, in case you are not a good trader like that. So that you have stayed in forex trading for days, months, doesn't make you a profitable trader. So you can be a professional trader, but you're not a profitable trader. We'll talk about realities, and we don't just talk, we trade, we trade. So let's dive into this and show you how you can achieve this. Number one is this. Anytime you want to place trade using price action, the first thing you should be doing is to mark your trend lines, So when you mark your trend lines, you can mark a trend lines from different angle. So you can mark a short-term trend, you can mark a long-term trend. So for newbies, this is where you should be marking your distance. So I think I should remove all those things so that we can have a clear ground. But I don't want this video to be long. So as one that want to trade, first thing you should be doing, this what I'm telling you is how we are able to get this. So I marked my trend lines, So when I marked my trend lines, I was able to dictate my key levels, So, and this is where the market crossed. But you will ask me, but this is where you place your trade. Yes, listen. So when I mark my key levels, if you draw it to this point, if you keep pushing this, so I did a small distance. So when I did that, I was able to discover one thing. What is that thing? That markets have been on a higher highs and a higher lows. So this time, this place it pushed and step down to this place and push again and step down at this place and push here and step down. So how do I make this decision to place trade right at this place? Number one is that he tried here at this point and tried the second time. So immediately this candle pushed up, it gives us this signal. So once this thing gives us this signal, because it tried here, so this engulfing candle, this candle coming up from this corner to this point, simply means that there is an opportunity. So I have to wait for it to cross. So as this thing cross to this point, as this thing spike back and cross to this point, then that is why I place the trade. So once I place the trade, though that the market spiked and still come back to this place and did all their drama, but at the end of the day, I confirmed it and still hold the trade once it pushed across this place. And that is where I have allowed this market to be in this point that is pushing to this very level of having this till today. So I turned this 588 into 2,427 US dollars. Not because I can trade, no, because I followed a particular strategy. I followed a pattern. So each time you want to place a trade, there are things you should watch, at least your action, price action. So why did the market push back from this corner? So some of you that are watching this video now, some of you will just rush and as immediately you will just watch this little thing. The next thing you do is to rush and place trade. No, please wait. So if you step down a little bit to 1 hour time frame, you'll be seeing those things very clearly. So as this thing have crossed here, the price pushed this market to this point. Then when it crossed here and becomes a higher height. So this one was not too high for this one. So I have to monitor it from this corner. So as this market pushed down to this place, and this one was not able to go to reach any of these levels again at this point. It was not able to reach any of these levels again. So that is a sign of change in price. So I have to step in. And using that, then I allow this thing, when it forms this one here and step up to this point and start coming back, then I know that things can no longer be the same again. So I have to step into the market and take advantage of it down to this place we are today. So what do you need to do to achieve this in your forex trading career? Number one, if you are totally a newbie, so please follow this thread. Number one, I add moving average 50. Number 2, I add moving average 25. Moving average 25. So please follow this simple step. You will arrive at that place. Number 3, I add moving average 12. I added moving average 12. If you have something like this now, if you have something like this at this point, is setting your market to actualize one particular thing. So if you go to your higher time frame, you will see that as this market touches at this point, let me show you this, please. You will see that as this market approaches this place, it was not easy for it to cross. Then why this market was stepping, why this market crossed over to this place, it has never been easy for you to move over to this place again. So that says change, a kind of change in price action. So when you see some market break out from the price, this is the higher price now, and this one has stepped this low. So once the market have it, initially it was going higher height, but this one it started coming higher lows, so from here now it's now lower, from here it's now lower. So those things are opportunities for anyone that knows what forex trading is all about. So what do? You draw your trend lines. When you draw your trend lines, you will see that this market you have been touching from previous places, but this time it have crossed this line. It's a trend. So with your horizontal line and the breakout, you were able to place your trade even without stressing yourself with some of the indicators. Do you get what I said now? So then the next thing you'll be adding for clarity is stochastic oscillator. Then this time, this stochastic oscillator, you'll be needing it by default, but just change this one to exponential. That exponential, then you touch this place and this is what you will have. Now, if you follow this thing here, you will see that this place is pointing up. But based on what the market is all about, if you follow the candlestick, you will know that this thing here now is a fake, indicator at the moment. This is a fake signal. So because if you step in now to trade that, expecting as it has crossed over to this place that it's going to go up like this, it may deceive you. Why? Because if you check the candle from the higher time frame, you will discover that the time frame is pointing that it's either it will touch here before going up. So, and if you check here, if you check this point, you will see it didn't cross over to this place to start going up. So if you have not stepped into the market before now, that is a sign that you should wait. That's a sign that you should wait. So these things are what we combined together. Then the next thing we combined was to add another stochastic oscillator, but this time we'll make this place a background color. We'll make all these places a background color. We'll make this place a background color. Why? So that we can be able to use it to get what we want in adding another distance. So here we'll add 90, and here again we'll add 10. So once we do that, we'll set it up like this. This is what we'll have below. So what did we add there? We'll add alligator. So this alligator, the jar period is 15, jar shift is 0, teeth is period, teeth period is 8, the teeth shift is 5, the leaves period is 5, the leaf shift is 3, the method is exponential, applied to medium price HL/2, style, you make your style to be like this, in this form. With this, you press done. What is the work of this? This one now helps you to detect the right position of the candle. If actually the candle is on a higher position, downtrend or uptrend, it helps you to see it. And as it, look at it, as it moves like this, it shows you a signal of returning back. So this is the work of this particular one. So which where do I place trade in this? When you have all those things, please go down a little bit to your lower time frame. Go down a little bit to your lower time frame, like 15 minutes. Once you have checked your higher time frame and discover a change in reversal with price action, which means that when you have seen a market reaching out to the key levels from the higher time frame, then wait for this market to reverse like this. When the market reverses like this, but there is one you can trade that will give you more confidence, is such thing like this, such thing like this, and such thing like this. This is one thing that gives you what you want. When this one touch here, this one step down like this, and this one step in like this, you have more opportunity to make profit in this market more than any other thing. Just try this I've showed you now and see how you will land yourself in such a profitable, profit making forex trading. As simple as this, you can do that. As simple as this. Remember that it will not just rush into becoming, it will not rush into becoming a $600 like that. Sometimes the first spike may come as 7 and it may retrace it to become $2. This is one thing I want you to. These are practical steps. So don't close it when it is 7 if you are targeting, if you are sure, because it will spike and retrace. It will spike and retrace. So once this thing spike like this, if you close it, the multiple spike that will be coming, you have already closed it. So some of you are making mistakes of placing trade, like you place a trade now, it spikes like this, you have something like $8. Why it is approaching to $5, you close it. Then you see another spike, you place trade. While you are watching, sometimes you watch it take like $4, you close it. Before you close this trade, after closing it, more spike will start coming, then you'll be devastated. You don't know what else to do. These are some of the things, these are some of the experiences people are having that have made them to be losing money. Have this heart of placing trade with careful analysis. Once you are sure that this market that will be moving up like this, that are breaking out from here, once you have seen that this thing is going to pull back, allow it. If it retraces like this, the next candle can come and cross this one. Next candle can come and cross this one. Next candle can come and cross it. So once that happened, that is how you can achieve those things. But if your account is below $50, don't hold this long. Even if you want to hold long, close the other ones and fill your balance, then allow one to run. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I don't want you to keep this thing. By the time you wake up, you realize that your $100 is gone and you blame GDFX. Don't blame me for that. I just showed you this because I know that it's going to be of a great help to you. So in this strategy, turn your $500 to become a 2,000 something dollars. It's as simple as that, and you will not regret trying this. Please, before you do this, try it on your demo to be sure of what you're about to apply in your forex trading live account. Do this and you will thank me later. GDFX, I love you so much. For everyone that wants mentorship, contact GDFX on my WhatsApp group. Don't pay anybody if you have not heard my voice. Contact me on my WhatsApp group, on my WhatsApp. Make sure you are chatting with GDFS. Any other person you are chatting with is not GDFS. And I cannot ask you for any investment program. I don't do that. GDFS, I love you so much. Thank you.